Okay, we're coming here with this video. We can see the dollar sign, right? And at the same time, we can see the 9 and we can see the 6. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, we are going to paint. And when we paint, we will be painting. Let me get the paint brush out and you'll see boom, 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 boom. There is a number 2 inside the top of the 6, and inside the bottom of the other side there's going to be another 2. So what would 22 mean? And if you take a look at this design, okay, and this design is done because of other reasons, and you can also see that there is the E world in here, and the reason the E shows what it shows over here, because it shows an above and below showing the center. You see the E backwards over here? Well, just flip this around and inside, okay? Eventually these two will connect. So we have 2 and 2. Now what we're going to do with this design, okay, is if you were looking on the other side through a glass mirror, right, you were on one side and I was on the other side, you would actually see this. And now you would see 55. And you would see 2 and 9 backwards. The Russian letters are backwards. We're backwards in this world. At the same time, if you take a look, this will be the letter S. Let me see if I can get a big brush out. This will be the letter S. And if we go back and we do the same thing again, then this will be rotating the other way. So this is what I do through basic understanding. I'm going to take all these pieces away. Now I'm going to show you, here's what the design looks like. Now I'm going to show you, here's the lower part, here's the same part over here. I'm going to show you one more picture. Yeah, put it on pause. Now this is what it looks like when the design is separated. If you see, there's a house for each one of these. Okay, here's a house. If you see it, it is a big I, and here's a big I. When I put the two I's together and connect it through the center, that is my H. To see the way it's on the cross, you see that diamond in the center? Okay, at the same time, you're going to see, I'm going to design the same thing over here on this side. Well, I just want to fill it in with white. Let's make a solid white. I'm going to fill this in on this side, and we fill it in on this side. The 2 will now show the 5 inside of it. And the other side of the 2, okay, the bottom part of the 2 will now show the question mark over here. But if you go up to the top, let me just move this camera over a little bit. I'm trying to move my page over. I'm going to move it back. I should actually enlarge this so you can actually see it a little bit better. I don't like when I go this slow, but sometimes it has to be this slow. We're going to resize it to 200. Okay, we got that resized to 200. Let me place it inside the camera so you can see. So now you see 5. We're going to forget about the line down here. Now we're going to take that line and we're going to work this one to the top. So now you have 5 outside and 5 outside. You see this? 5 and 5, the same thing as before. So if you were looking from the opposite side, just like in the last picture, if you were looking from the opposite side, the mirror image, it would now be this way. The same way as Russia. The same way as Russia. So now we're going to paintbrush it, okay, and show you that here is your 2. See the way the S is backwards, and here the S is forwards. And at the same time, you're showing it S and S, but one is a backwards S, one is the frontward X. 25 of October if you want. And the thing that's special about the 25th of October, and we're going to turn this camera around, I'm going to explain to you the 25th of October. Can you see me? Hold on a second, let me get this camera down. The 25th of October is an expression of electric company. And just let me focus a little bit better on myself. And the reason it's electric company, and not only electric company and any craps, it's 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. The total is 35 and 15. And that matches up to what? Mars. We now can reconnect to that numerological value to Mars. Now 2 and 5 equals the 7 of the 10th month. All zeros equal 6. We now have 77 the coming of the Christ. And if you take a look at this gentleman, you tell me it's his birthday on the 25th. Can we get him into the camera here somehow? Let me see where it is. That's like the coming of the Christ right there. Right there. That, and never mind, you would never guess his name. His name is Nick, like old Saint Nick has come back. Put down your, that looks like a big monkey. Well, that's what's going on right now. Jesus Christ is, Jesus Christ. Hey, don't swear in this camera. There might be little kids watching, and cover those boobs. Okay, so we're going to get him back out of the camera and get back onto me over here. So that is Electric Company, any craps. And in any craps in the game of roulette, we're going to see 1 and 1. The opposite of that will be 66. And that'll be the separation of the gateway and the gematria scale. And it is an expression of the high heaven because of the design. Do you see the design? This will create the I. Let me take that one out. This will create the I. When I turn it this way, it's the H. Otherwise, we're turning the corner. This is the same design you see on trucks. When they're ready to turn corners, it's if they turn too quick, the truck will turn on an angle. This angle is also an expression of 45 or 135. 135 says ace. And when you put this up like this design of the circumflex right over here, if we put a bar connecting these corners, now let's call these corners 1 and 9, or let's call these corners 3 and 7. Now listen, if we're keeping it straight this way, 3 over to 7 is only 4. What does it mean 1 over to 9? Is it because I took the dice and created 1 over to 9 a greater distance? Is it a greater distance from here to here, 1 over to 9, than 3 to 7 when I'm holding it this way? See, 3 over to 7, but now I hold it to the greatest diameter, the 1 and 9. That's my question that needs to be discussed. So you saw what we were doing there. The next thing we're going to do is the orange pill thing. That'll be my next video before I go to bed. I must get up early tomorrow morning. I am going to be a lumper. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Don't get me wrong. Thank you for watching.